That's me, Chilli from TLC. I've been singing about men and relationships my whole career. Now, it's gotten me a lot of hits, but what it hasn't gotten me is a man. I know exactly what I want in a man, and I call it Chilli's checklist. He can't drink, smoke. He has to love God. He has to be super fine. Oh, he can't eat pork, just to name a few.
But I need to find out this checklist of yours.
He has to be gorgeous.
How fine we talking? Yeah. Denzel Washington fine, or like?
He's cute, no, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Okay, cuter than Denzel.
Yes, he has to be super fine, fine his neck down. He has to have a great sense of humor, sensitive, very charming, no gut, washboard stomach.
That's a 6-pack.
I would settle for a 4 because we can work on 2 more, but he can't drink, he can't smoke, he can't eat pork.
He has to be cute, he has to have a nice body, don't smoke, don't drink, don't eat pork. I was going out of my mind trying to keep up with all that stuff.
He has to believe in God. He has to love kids. No more than 2 baby mamas.
So is that all? Like, is that all in the Chilli's checklist?
A very, very important part, he has to be packing. Can't be like a little tiny dude.
But how big we talking, though?
Huge.
You want your ribs to fall on the floor?
No, I don't want that.
Some of your requirements is like a little tough.
It has to be a lot of things.
I see. This checklist is gonna drive me to drink. It's always gonna be something wrong with anybody you date. If you see a guy that got a big ding ding, he ain't got no job. They might got a job, but then they ain't got no hair. It's always just something that's not going to be perfect. And I think she's looking for perfection.
Now, does that make me picky? Well, my friends think so.
Date Jesus. Because nobody else is gonna meet those standards.
That's not true.
I wrote a book 2 years ago called Girl, Get Your Mind Right. It helps out a lot of women get their mind right. Because usually when you can't find the right man, it's something wrong with you.
This girl is blunt.
I think I can help you.
Hello you all, and welcome back to my channel. So I thought I'd do a quick video just to show you all something, just to prove that a lot of the topics and things that have been discussed in the Black YouTube community has been conversations that's been had for many years, and a lot of us are uneducated about it, or think that many of us are being brutal or making this stuff up. So I put a few clips in here to argue this topic and will give my commentary on it. I also made a video yesterday on celebrities and the baby mama culture, so y'all go ahead and check that video out as well. I have noticed that as the years go and we condition ourselves to think a certain way, dress a certain way, be a certain way, and attract certain types of people, when it comes to men and women and what they want, men are very simple. And men's lavish expressions is to please and pull women. And women have a long list of flawless expectations from men. People think that this is a modern day topic, but this topic has been going on for a long time. I'm going to play a quick clip for you all.
Having a great time here, and right now we're talking about, would you ever date down? I've never heard this expression, but we are going toe to toe based on this unscientific survey. So you heard the question. It's only fair that we go to Chilli. Women don't want no scrubs, yes or no?
No, we don't. We don't. I wrote a song about it. I mean, I am very picky.
Right.
And I think everybody should be, you know. But here's my issue with I guess you want to call it dating down. I hate that.
I do too. I'm not comfortable with that term.
It sounds bad. It makes us
mean.
Seem shallow.
Let's just talk about scrubs.
Yeah.
Look, I saw your show,
The problem with dating,
okay.
where I think that, like, I don't look for a guy to pay my bills. Obviously, I can pay my own bills. I can do a lot of things for myself, and thank God I've been blessed.
Right.
But I would love to be, you know, go on a date with the guy and he pay for it, or if we plan a trip together, you know, if I have to pay half, then I need to go on that trip with my girlfriend.
Okay, everyone. So as you can see, you can look this video up on YouTube. It's on ABC News. It was 8 years ago, and this proves that the topic of dating down has been talked about for a long time. I have also run across some other videos that have been speaking on the same topics. And I just want to let you all know before I get into this video, this is not a bashing video. I love Rosonda Chilli Thomas. She is my favorite one out the TLC group. So this is no hate for all you sensitive people. I love Chilli. She is a great person, but she has some unrealistic dating standards. We're going to talk about it, plus some more other things that I want to touch up on. Let's get into it. Now, let's talk about the subject of dating down. Dating down is merely a subject of one person making less than another person. And this subject also has been going around for a long time. And the unrealistic expectations from women has been something that has been talked about for ages and has been actually brought to our attention on how unrealistic it is by other women. Now that men are speaking about it, women are turning it into something negative, like bashing other women or saying things like it is emotionally abusive, when these topics have been talked about for a long time by other women. A lot of times women will call other women pick-me-sha when they are like-minded or they understand more logically than most women. And now men are speaking up about it, and men are speaking up about these topics. Now, this is not a video to target anyone in particular, but to prove that history repeats itself. People are bringing back fashion as well as they're bringing back natural hair. But we need to start being more educated in our knowledge before we start feeling like we are politically correct and responding with emotion. To be honest, women are the most difficult to work with because we act first and think later. This is why you will see a lot of people give up on trying to help us.
I need to carefront Miss Sandra on some of the things that I know she has previously said about her daughter, Miss Shay. You recognize these?
I don't recognize this.
You don't? That's what you said.
I never said that.
Excuse me?
You're excused.
I'll pull the tape and show it to you. I will. I got receipts.
Okay.
Okay. What if you did say this?
I didn't say that.
I know you don't think you said it, but
Am I gonna be able to speak?
Here, yes you are, but not now.
I'm over this.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
I'm over it.
Excuse me. Are you gonna be woman enough to
no,
stand?
because if you're not gonna,
I asked you.
You're not gonna let.
Yeah, but you don't get to facilitate the process. What are you gonna do when I play the tape with you saying this song?
Play it, because I don't remember that.
Give me the tape. Thank you.
She fight and argue, and people around her, she make them cry. She's horrible. She's mean. Just a demon from hell, because I can't figure it out. Y'all did some editing on that.
Oh, really?
You put words together.
It still came out of your mouth, but you don't
You
get
just
to do
walked
it in
me out
your
after
time.
they just pointed.
You don't do it in your
Ooh,
time.
like, this
you don't
is-
do it in your time.
It's too much. Like,
Okay.
lady, I'm out. You're
Dishonor your word.
weird.
What are you willing to do?
I ain't willing to deal with this.
Okay.
Tell you that. This is dumb. Everybody pointing a finger at me like I'm the problem. Stupid ass show. It's some bull. I knew it was gonna be some intervention, dumbass.
You are not a woman of your word.
You're not a woman of yours.
Yes, I absolutely am.
Stupid ass process.
I told you, I asked you, what are you not willing to do? You never said, I'm not willing to hear what my brothers have to say about you. I asked you, and I asked you to trust
me. The finger at me,
I
making
asked,
me look
but
bad.
you don't
Like
know
I'm
what the
problem in
process is.
The process is just making me look like a goddamn fool.
Well, how do you know that? How do you know that?
You
Shay,
just did it.
Shay.
You wouldn't even let me speak my mind.
It's about how you speak your mind. And when you react,
You
hold
didn't
on.
even let me say
Hold
nothing.
on.
You stopped me from saying what I had to
Hold
say.
on.
So I went in there and respected you, Shay. Oh, you disrespectful and you rude. Y'all ain't gonna make me look like nothing on this.
You already look like a fool.
All right, and
Because
you a fool
you gave
too.
your
Your
word.
process.
And our upbringing brings a big part of that.
Can cause breakdown in a family. Illness, death, divorce are common challenges that can befall a tight-knit family, transforming loving connections into frayed and fragmented pieces.
Men are expected to be leaders, protectors, providers. They can't play the victim role. They can't play the victim or gain sympathy because it will look weak, not only to the woman, but to men. They are more prone to actually go through the healing process because all good reactions will come from it.
But I'm talking about that behavior. I see it in your sister. You cannot solve the problem if you do not know what the problem is. You all think the problem is Shay. It's not. What you all have been taught and what you've accommodated and what you've lived through and what you've lived with, that's the issue. All of you demonstrated in one way or another. Shay acts out, you go to work, and you run away. And how does your relationship with your wife reflect your relationship with your mother?
There's a lot of correlation for sure.
Oh, do you think?
For sure.
So as you can see in this clip, the man listen to cooperate and still take in constructive criticism and be able to own up to faults without acting out irrationally. Now you can see the difference between how men and women respond. We are not great at responding, and this is why we are talking about it now, because it has been a problem for a long time, and it is something that we have been getting away with. This is in no way trying to take anybody's side, but it's just merely the facts. If you scroll through social media, you have known somebody, friend, family member, or any women in your family, you can tell and you know that it is more difficult to deal with women than it is with men. And not saying that men are not difficult to deal with, but we're talking about the majority when it comes to men and women. Let's see what matchmaker Rebecca Lynn Pope had to say when dealing with women in the dating process.
Hello, this is Rebecca Lynn Pope coming on real quick. My viewpoints on why women are just, many women, I'm not going to say all women, but many women are very, very unrealistic about their standards for men, dating, and marriage. So I'm going to give my opinion on this. And now listen, girls, I'm about to be very raw. I'm about to be very real. I'm about to just shoot it to you as just straight as I can, because I'm hoping that this helps somebody. I stopped matchmaking. And the reason I stopped matchmaking is because I literally was I can't handle female clients. I was a matchmaker that matched females, and I had a few male clients, but predominantly I was matching women. And listen, it was such a valuable lesson for me, because what I learned is that the average woman doesn't really want just a good man. She doesn't want a husband. What she's really wanting are these standards or ideas that she has of what a man is supposed to be. But this is nothing what men are. This is not realistic for who men are, how they think, what they value. It's just this preconceived, idea that women have of who men should be. But this is not reality.
There you go, you all. So you've heard it from her mouth. Iyanla Vanzant has actually quit doing Fix My Life, and I think she's doing more private counseling with people now. But she's even quit her show because of the difficulty working in Pope say, because of the difficulty, because of the mental stress that she's endured trying to help these women, and them being unappreciative and not trying to trust the process, giving her a hard time. She has been called names behind the things that she's trying to do for the Black community. And these are just clips to show you what is going on in our community and how difficult it is, period, to just deal with, for us Black women to just deal with each other. I'm going to play a clip of something that Steve Harvey had to say back in the day about how men think and how they respond based off of a woman's reaction.
Now we go inside the minds of men. And yes, GMA special contributor Steve Harvey, whose book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, has now spent 35 weeks and counting on the New York Times bestseller list, is here with some advice for the men of America. But first, we went straight to the source to find some, brave souls who dared to confess the secrets they would never tell the women in their lives.
Understand exactly what's going on.
And what is going on?
Well, I mean, women actually think that men are afraid of them. But what I want to let women know is men are not afraid of you. We're just afraid of your reaction.
Oh, is that it?
See, we don't want our entire summer ruined and possible upcoming holidays because of something we said when we could have just said something else. And that's what it is. It's the reaction that men are concerned about.
So it's not
mostly.
us, it's the reaction. So the guy that was in shadow, he wasn't scared. I mean, even though he was in shadow and wouldn't show his face, he's not.
A guy doesn't understand what she's really saying. When she's asking for the truth, it's been my experience that they're actually asking you for the truth as they see it. They really want your truth to match the truth as they see it.
Is there a problem?
Well, because, see, we don't think alike. So women have to understand that we're on two different planets here. So this guy's, what he's really thinking, and his truth could be the actual truth, but if it doesn't match up to the one you want to hear, we have a problem. So what we end up doing is, what truth does she want to hear? And then that's the one that we try to conjure up and provide. And it's not really that the guy's lying or just a liar. He's just trying to keep peace at the house. He really, really is.
Do you want to hear the truth?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
But then the truth angers them.
Well, yeah, that's true. Well, that's true too.
All right,
Steve, take a listen.
When my girlfriend's wearing something I really don't like, it's kind of hard to tell her about it. What do I do? How do I say it? How do I tell her?
A lot of shaking of the heads up here.
Well, first of all, you don't tell her that you don't like something she's wearing, especially if you've already left the house. You can't do that. You got to ride this one out. So what you do is you wait until the next time when she's wearing something that you really, really like. Then you give her these amazing compliments. Oh, that is amazing on you. That is hot. You look, this is what I like. Now, you know, the outfit you had on the other day, that didn't do you any justice.
Men are very, very simple. And men's lavish expressions is to please and pull women, as you will notice. A man will let you make all of the decisions and they will execute their favorite line as, "Tell me how much it is." The reason why women may feel like men are difficult is because they don't open up like we do, and they don't think as analytical and emotional as we do. But part of this is because they're not allowed to speak. We don't like to let them say what they want to say. So being emotionally mature and secure helps both parties to be able to understand each other and respect each other emotionally and logically. Men are expected to be leaders, protectors, providers. They can't play the victim or gain sympathy because it will look weak, not only to the woman, but to men. They are more prone to actually go through the healing process because all good reactions will come from it. And he will be more respected for being mature and responsible. If the black woman was to go through the healing process and change her ways for the better, she will gain more respect from men. She will have to deal with less negative outcomes when it comes to attracting men, but women will envy her. She wouldn't get the same support as though if she were still wounded. She wouldn't be recognized for her maturity or good works as though things would be looked at as pompous, mannered, and a pick-me. They would even lose friends from disinterest as a result of this change in this better mentality that she has. In this life, I have learned that the disadvantage of being uneducated about the world around us reduces our potential and reduces our opportunity for movement and migration. You have people that don't want to see you thrive, and so they are trying to keep you stagnant. And then you have those people that want to see you win, and so they want you to thrive so we all can thrive together. But when you start understanding the world around you and you're able to maturely advocate for yourself, you will then start to understand your lifestyle and not what others think your lifestyle should be. I've lost many friends from doing the process. I've lost many friends from going through the process and doing work on myself, changing those negative things about me and those negative ways about me. And it's sad that you lose a lot, but you lose a lot physically, but you gain a lot internally. And so that is the goal and that is the motive. And that's how you can become a true leader and get what you actually deserve in life. All right, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button. Till next time.
The one thing that 8 years of Fix My Life has taught me is how mean and nasty and unkind we are. I don't want that energy in my life anymore. I don't want people calling me names and talking about, I'm very sensitive to energy. I don't deserve it and I don't want it. So now, if you want a piece of me, you got to come to me and you got to pay for it. How about
Come on.